to our recap of this week's episode of Survivor.
Where's the pot?
We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here.
Alright, well after Tribal, Dan was possessed.
He got 2 votes at Tribal, which means
he's on the bottom.
He's on the bottom of that alliance.
While Mike, on the other hand, is guaranteed at least 1 more week of safety.
Yeah, he's got his hidden immunity idol. He is number 7 in a 6-person alliance.
Mike is guaranteed at least 1 more week.
Yes, good job. All right, so it comes out that Tyler and Will
yeah, voted for Dan. Sorry, we're just laughing our A's off.
Tyler is like, you know what? I'd freaking do it again because it was either you or me. I'm not gonna freaking let myself go home like this.
I had to write down someone else's name besides my own.
Yeah. Dan didn't seem to understand that.
No, but anyway, Dan's a simpleton. There's no 2 ways around it. But guess what? It's Rodney's birthday.
Rodney's birthday! Rodney bottle service!
Will would give him the reward if he wins it.
Well, Rodney wants a freaking patty. It's his birthday.
That's what the Southies do.
All right, so let's talk about this week's reward challenge.
All right, there's 2 teams of 3, and one person's got to sit out with nothing.
Yeah.
And
it was Will.
Yeah. You have to unwrap a maypole to get the key, to build the ladder, to get the balls, to bring them across the net. Then you have this little
catapult
stampy thing, yeah, and you had it land, what, 5 balls?
Yeah, you had to jump onto it, and then it's like, woo!
Yeah, projectile vomit 5 balls into the nets.
Right, so like we said, Will, sitting out, no chance, at a wonderful reward. Food for the soul and the body.
They had to deliver supplies like bicycles and school supplies
toys
and stuff that we wouldn't really appreciate.
Stuff that we take for granted.
Yeah. To these wonderful kids at the orphanage who are just so happy to have them come there.
I love when they do this stuff.
I do too. This is my favorite reward of the season.
And they're also getting food.
Yeah.
So there's no like, where's the food though?
Yeah. Well, the kids are getting the food too, which is really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So Will sits out, like she said, no chance of him partaking in the reward, so he cannot give what he does not have to birthday boy.
Alright, well, the team of Rodney, Dan, and Tyler, they made a crucial error.
They didn't have their balls.
They forgot to bring the bag of balls through that net.
So they lost a lot of time.
They had to go back.
Bringing it back.
Mm-hmm.
So
they did make up some time, though.
They did make up time, and it really came down to neck and neck between Mike and Dan. Mm-hmm. They were both shooting the balls in the nets, and Carolyn and Sierra were like, get off of there, Mike, give us a turn.
Can we switch now? And then Dan was like freaking calling the challenge like he's Jeff Probst again. He's like, oh, it's over! And then he was like, oh, no, it's not.
No, bounced out.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a tough one. But Mike, Carolyn, and Sierra won, and I knew this was going to happen. Rodney started crying like a little bitch baby, and he was like, it's my birthday. Who's going to give me the reward?
Who's going to bring me a birthday party?
No one.
Oh, Jeff went down the line and asked everyone individually, like, will you switch? Will you switch? Will you switch? No.
Well, he was pissed.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the reward before we get back to birthday boy.
Great. The kids were great. The food was amazing. They were just so happy to be there. Carolyn and Mike started chatting about a possible alliance. It was hilarious because some of the kids were like, they were all sitting on a blanket eating
like
together.
Picnic style.
Yeah.
The kids were sitting there just like.
I could just picture them thinking like, oh, that Rodney's a bitch.
Vote out Rodney. Alright, so back at camp, Rodney is pissed. Not only is he not going on this reward because of those scumbags, but also he's doing dishes on his birthday.
He swears that Carolyn and Sierra, they ain't going to the end. And he pulls out his Mama C impression. Oh my God, I went on every reward challenge and on the show.
I went on the challenges and I went
on Survivor.
Oh my God.
He is a pretty good impressionist.
The impressions are hilarious.
All right.
I love it.
All right, so he's got a little plan he's thinking up in his tiny little walnut brain.
Genius.
It's the ultimate blind side. He's going to pretend that everybody hates him so much that they're all going to write down his name to make Mike
No, he's
feel
going to be like,
comfortable.
I want to go home. Vote me out. Everybody vote me out.
Yeah, because he won't shut up. So Mike won't use his idol, and everybody will secretly vote for Mike.
Yeah. So when the winners come back, they're all just talking, and Rodney's just like, this sucks, I want to go home.
It's my birthday!
And Mike is just like, it's all the more reason to keep you, man.
Yeah, it's you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep you because.
All right, Rodney, I guess we're gonna keep you then. So Mike he's seeing right through this. He knows what's up. He's just like, nice try.
Well, you know
but
who
no.
else is seeing right through it? Tyler. He's crapping his pants. He knows that he's probably Mike's target.
He's a huge threat. So
Mama C says, hey, you better win immunity. Otherwise,
yeah, he's like, oh, what do you think about maybe playing that hidden immunity idol on me? And she's just like, we'll see.
All right, so the immunity challenge is another endurance, as it usually is this time of the game. You have to lean back holding the rope with the knots on it.
Yeah.
Off a dock. So at least you won't land on your tuchus. You land in the water.
Yeah, this looks crazy. Oh, that core strength, the arm strength.
Rodney is immediately complaining to Jeff. What a birthday diva.
He is a
I'm not
birthday
even going to
diva.
go through it because we've been through it about 5 or 6 times already.
All right, so Will is the first one out of this challenge, quickly followed by Dan.
Not a surprise. Basically, it came down to Mike, Carolyn, and Tyler. And
Yeah.
Mike looked like he was in the zone.
He's got that stick in his mouth. He's ready to go. He's
What's with
ready.
that stick?
Power stick. So
right.
then it's time to transition to a lower knot. Oh, so much more difficult.
Mike didn't make the transition.
He didn't.
Oh, I wanted him to win immunity so bad, but Carolyn ended up winning it because Tyler fell off like a little leaf on a tree. So Dan's pretty worried when they get back to camp.
Yeah.
They come up with a little plan.
There's talk of splitting the votes just to make sure, just in case Mike doesn't use his idol.
Right, so 4 votes for Mike, 2 votes for Dan.
Right, so Carolyn tells Dan that they're voting for Tyler, but what's the real plan?
All right, well, at Tribal, who should be worried? Tyler.
Dan?
Dan, you got 2 votes last time. What's going on? You're on...
Started from the bottom, now he's still there.
It's true.
All right, and Jeff is like, yo, what's with Dan's advantage? I feel like Jeff was kind of like, hey, you remember you have that thing, right? Are you ever going to use it?
And everybody's like, I really would like to know what it is. Really? Doesn't
I was
everyone
thinking
know?
this would be a perfect opportunity for Tyler to just tell everyone that he knows about it and say what it is. I thought he was going to do that,
I thought so,
but
too.
he didn't. I was surprised.
I thought so too. All right, so Sierra seems to think that there's going to be a big move. And now's the time of the game where you're going to keep somebody who you think you can beat. Not
Yeah, and
somebody...
you don't want to keep around
No.
threats and people who are going to beat you, because that's just
Exactly.
stupid.
You got to keep the weak ones. Mm-hmm. Tyler would be very surprised if he's voted out.
Oh, would he? Let's talk about the vote.
All right, so as predicted, Mike jumps up like a freaking top and is like, yes, I'm playing my idol. Tonight's
Everyone in the
night."
jury is just like...
And Tyler's voted out with 2 votes!
Oh my gosh, Mama C turned on Tyler.
You give him those 2 votes!
Crazy.
All right, so Jeff has a special announcement. This is huge.
This
It's a
is
hugie.
huge. I'm excited about this.
Next season, you know, we really don't usually like returnees.
I like it if it's all returnees. I don't want mixed.
Right.
I want all new or all old. So
Well,
I'm pretty excited.
This is second chance season.
Jeff said it's going to be heroes, villains, and underdogs.
Okay, well...
I don't know if it's actually going to be divided that way, but
Probably. Well, you never know.
you never know.
There's not going to be any winners returning, which is good. Because it's not an all-star season.
Mm-hmm.
But there's quite a few that I'd like to see, including Shireen.
Joe! Okay.
Yes. Make sure you go to CBS.com and vote because I believe they're going to be making the cast announcement on the finale.
The voting closes on finale day, so make sure you get those votes in there. Check out the potential people and leave it in the comments who you want to see on the next season.
And next time, the alliance starts to eat itself. And until then,
Much love.
Edit.